Hey yo, Phil here. Today, you guys are about another tier list, and this time Fire Emblem. Obviously, this is gonna be unscripted because, well, I should have spent more time thinking what I'm gonna say with these Fire Emblem game series as a whole. But obviously, we got S, A, B, C, Quanky Game. Never finish it, never get the chance to play it in F tier. So with this tier list, it's gonna be more explaining than the others Fire Emblem games. So some of these games, they are, well, some of them I never get the chance to play or finish because they have other things, and or just lack of interest because most games just got me off. But I will explain why. So let's begin with this tier list. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon of Light. Okay, this is a quirky game. I've been bought this game for my Nintendo Switch when they, debuted Marth. Like, this is like his 30th anniversary when he first came into the fray of those fam Emicon back in the days. It is a quirky game. I never get a chance to finish it because it's, how can I say it? We gotta look at the hardware back in the time. It's more like it's limited, and you could have said quonky. It's not like a strat. Well, it should be a strategy game, but it's like saying things in this game you can hardly don't even do. You can freely go everywhere. It's like less limited. So it's just like a blueprint of the series when it start playing the Fire Emblem formula. So quonky game. Fire Emblem Gaiden. I never get a chance to play it. Um, I believe I was trying to. I could say never get a chance to finish it because I'm trying to dig deep down how I didn't finish it. But I was playing some of these old games back then with the fan translation back then because they didn't release it in over here in the West. But hold on. That just said I said in the beginning of the video, but it's more of this game. It's okay for standards. I would say a quonky game, but like I said, limit hardware software. Shadow Dragon, I knew. Okay, I never get the chance to play it. Then now I wish I had more say to this one, but moving on. Hmm. Fire Emblem Gene out of the whole war. Okay, I never chance to finish it. I did play it when I was playing the very first chapter of the game, and like many people say, I'm gonna say this, but the math is too long. And there was one person while watching somebody else tier list for like a Fire Emblem YouTuber. Sorry, I'm gonna I'm gonna take their take. I forgot what he said, but it's more like it's about options. If I don't have option to like cut skip like the battle phase because this map is so long, I didn't ever get a chance to finish it because well it was just stalling. Like it's stalling. You got so many of these enemy units over there, and then you got your hero units over there too as well, and it feels like it is that I'd rather have my match sometime maybe mid long or short because it's getting flat out ridiculous where you just want to finish the map as quickly as possible if you can. I know most Fire Emblem games, charging, rushing it is all about strategy. Like this game is more like your enemy's all the way over here and you over there, and then next thing you know, you get then the enemy take their sweet ass time to go to another direction, even though they're supposed to pay attention to the battlefield. I understand they're supposed to destroy the village and rob things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's your objective to like, get there before they do. But well, that's more fire up a game. But this one, it's more like this is like tedious. Like this really was tedious. That's why I stopped playing. In the beginning of the chapter, that was it. It was like I'd rather have options where I know back then we gotta look at back then the hardware limitation. The creator of the series, try to make a really good Fire Emblem game, but I cannot explain nothing more, nothing less with this series. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned about the story and the gameplay of it, but we're moving on. ACL 766, never finished it. I think in 2 chapters. One chapter, I believe, was you gotta go to this tunnel. Well, it was a dark place, so you gotta be really careful. And the moment I was playing Leaf, I think this is just me, first experience wise, when people say Leaf suck in the game. Well, not necessarily. He's just extremely too weak for a main lord. I believe that later on in the game, where you supposed to increase him, like most Fire Emblem lords do, because they do need to be strong and OP to have different, abilities. Well, they didn't have skills in this game, so they probably did. Who knows? Like I said, I hardly even pay attention when it comes to this game. I got off of it because maybe gameplay as a whole, like gameplay wise, I ain't trying not to be funny. It's just like it will be fun. It's more fun when you actually do certain things, but after that, it was just. I think it was mainly just a gameplay as a whole. Move on to the GBA areas. Fire Emblem Bindings Sword? Void, yeah, okay. I know this is a sequel to with the Sword of Blade. I give it a C tier. Up to the map where I think I just should have said never get a chance to finish it, but yeah. Over there, right between, I could say, the desert chapter. After that, when I finish it, I'm trying to remember why I stopped playing it, because I did play it like through. I think it's just a matter of fact that it is though. You know what? It's kind of funny though. I should have replayed these video games back again and make my assumptions when I remastered this tier list. But I ain't gonna lie to you, like I didn't get the chance to finish it whatsoever. Like I watched game throughs of it with the story. The story is okay, not bad. It just minor. It's a minor story. So moving on with the prequel of the series. Alright. Normally people put this down low with whatever. I actually really do enjoy this Game Boy and I actually do finish it. I put it S tier. Like a good game. Not bad. I actually love Lynn, Hector, and Elwood in this game. I did enjoy the story, even though the story is not all that compelling at times, but it more compelling where in a situation where the main character was in there self-involved. I do like Lynn, my favorite character. I actually enjoy her character in the series. She's not even that useless as most people stand out to be in Fire Emblem. Like, I know there'll be some characters that be suck because it's the way how the game made. But Lynn, when I first play her, she's not that bad when you play her, to be honest. All you need to do is literally to position her in the right manner, and then she really will sweep somebody team off. Like she's supposed to be there for like a glass cannon. Like she literally is a glass cannon. I enjoy Hector when he be mean to people. Yeah, actually that's quite kind of fun. Hector was entertaining and wreck fools when sorry, I tried to get this off my floor. I enjoy Hector where he just wrecking fools being mean. Elwood, I enjoy his stories more. Elwood, he's not a bad character. I really did enjoy it. They expect more for Elwood in this game to be more fascinating like Lynn and Hector. It's one of those characters where the main character don't have nothing interesting trait, even though Elwood is perfectly fine. He's not bad as a character. I can sympathize with him in each and every single moment where he took hardship. Like, he almost killed, spoiler by the way, he almost killed, I forgot her name. Oh yeah, Nidian, by accident. He thought that was, a dragon. But he never knew. That was Nidian. But then later on in the chapter they revive her. One dude revive her back when you go to the final that's like the final battle when the dragon's about to come out, and then the dude had to put two dragons back, and then you had to do to handle that big dragon at the end. But overall, I actually finished the game, and I really did enjoy this. This is not bad, really not bad as a game. You know what? Let me just put the sequel into C tier for now, because I could say I never finished it, but I'm gonna respect, this game. But I really did enjoy this game. This is solid S tier. Fire Emblem Sacred Stone. This is sort of a series where easy, like really was easy, because I was grinding. Like, and this is just me. I always prepare myself when it comes to RPG games. When you might just don't know when you walk in and handle certain units, because there are some units that are gonna be really annoying to deal with if you don't have like most of your units to dodge and all that. But I just had no choice but to over level my units, because I kind of like, I'm getting frustrated at times. I understand you pose a strategy, but there must be some bullshit moment. You'd be like, okay. But Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, I thought I'd managed to do that. But when I find out you don't need to do that, it's so easy to do it. Because the enemies weak in this game. Obviously, they're dead people, and you have to deal with the Demon King. You have your overworld map. You got a tower XP. You can train all your units. It's like, okay, the story is okay, where, there's most stories, there's always had to be an outside possessed demon, outside world. They always jump on the bodies and they take control of it and then just go wreck on somebody. And I don't know why. They're just that. I guess that some people need to remember that their own history, but erase it from existence. I don't understand why. It won't be a story if nobody don't know, but it's like they should have told them like the truth about it, instead of just calling it as a myth or a fluke, or just go back in the history textbooks. But people gonna be people. That's like in the real world, because people just don't be naively and don't believe certain things. That's what happens when bad shit happens. I do not know. It's just that, yeah, I'm focused on the story. Like, the gameplay is too easy, because after putting hard difficulty, it's just like hard mode is just easy for me. Well, many players. I could say I finished it, but not really technically, because I already know what's gonna happen. Overarching all, I say I put it. Sacred Stone is not bad for me, but I understand what they try to do with this story. But it's not bad. I put it in low B minus, because I did enjoy, Lionel's sad background story for me personally, though. I don't think that the one thing people get flack on Erica the most, when he gave his Sacred Stone to Leon when he was possessed by the Demon King, because he was just flat out manipulating their relationship. I don't think it never was a stupid moment. Or, his brother should tell her, yeah, be careful, be cautious, and all that type of stuff, be in the war. Well, you could say that, but if you really think about it, it's out of, love, and that's my friend, you know what I'm saying? We close. We been there for each other. I don't think it never was a stupid moment. It's more like a naivete, like, I might just offer war because, let's just talk. Some people just want to just talk, over things, but let's be honest, some people just don't want to be reasonable. It's more like flat out elimination to destroy the sacred stones. I'm not gonna blame her just because she was stupid in that situation. It was just there so he could just flat out just use her. Just because of Lionel, he just manipulated Lionel so he could just, destroy the sacred stone so he could just come back. And that's about it. I know I understand the situation, but it's just like, and I don't think that it was not out of stupidity. It was more like friendship. Like we've been that close. We know each other. We be in the every time of peace. All of something. What just happened? Why your father doing this and doing that? But in the surface, he'd been the main one. But the Demon King. It's like, damn, all these creatures coming unknown. Next thing you know, they want to body snatch a motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Is there anybody in the characters of the series that don't have to be body snatching people in Fire Emblem? Besides of the Telia series and the prequel of the GBA games, like the Blinding, I forgot. Just let's say Fire Emblem 7 for now, like Fire Emblem 7. Or you could say, yeah, there's many others. There's many others. But we get to it when we get to it. Or you could say the original Fire Emblem with Marth when he started off, nobody was possessed. They was trying to create a demon dragon, to be honest. So they was like wicked, evil people just wanted to destroy and watch the world burn. But I respect it, but I had to clarify that scene where people just don't think, like, in a situation when it comes to, like, story possession. I understand it's a way how you handle it. Like, I get that part where you guys come from, but I don't think that's not really stupid. I think she would just flat out manipulate in that situation. I understand. Majority of the people that told like, yeah, yo, be cautious was about Lionel because he be switching out like weird. You know what I'm saying though? Because of Ephraim, he's when you split the chapters, Erica, he was more, carefree back to his old self. And Ephraim, he said, oh fuck you, I don't like you anyway though. Like I spit on your grave or spit in your face. You heard me? Even though Ephraim should know deep down this is not Lionel. You heard me? That's what he should find out. He should have spot that demon in here because he should know right then and there. My friend don't act like this. I understand people change. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But it's like Ephraim should know, like, Lionel, what's going on with you? I know you probably say that, but not really necessarily. He just making assumptions. I feel like the writers make them in a situation that be stupid at times because they can't write a compelling story to, like, these are like the three characters that are friends. Like with Lionel. And all of a sudden they just instantly just change in an instant and then it be out of character. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, pardon my language, but that's how it feels in most games. Fire Emblem was supposed to be like, a story, gameplay, and character interactors, but it felt like there'd be some stupid moments where the characters get out of their situation, their characters, like character assassination, where they just need to add more conflict because they don't know how to utilize the conflict. If they would spend time with these games, with their story, and push the development back a little bit more, then it would be, it's like fine wine, depending on certain games, but they just use it as products and all that type of stuff. So, on certain games. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I say S tier. I enjoyed this. It really was fun. I really did. Really good game. Fun game. I would say a lot more. Okay. Mad King Ashard, where he was insane, he never was possessed anyway though. That's a good thing. The Black Knight, I really did enjoy his character as a whole when he first walked in. Everybody loved the Black Knight. What else? Ike. Well, I'm not gonna say that because he's not in the royal family. If you really think about it, I just leave that out there because I could say more, but it's just generally Path of Raiders. Just generally, it's just a good game. It's a really good game. I had nothing more, nothing less. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This is where it's a good game. This time we fighting goddesses rather than dragons. Well, sort of with dragons, because that depends on the circumstances. I would have put it. Many people put it low because Path of Raiden is a good sequel. Not the no Path of Raiden is more like the original, the classic. I would have put it up here because there's some favorite characters I actually enjoy, like Micaiah, and I'm gonna defend Kaya because it's like the right decision. I think I hate when people they just point out, the character's stupid and all that, but you can't just make your assumption about these characters. These are like fictional people in a way. The person who write it down make these characters more believable. You should blame the writers more. I understand. To be honest, I understand what they're trying to do with the blood pass, so they got more confident, confident to add more substance to the game to like block Ike and maybe the other characters too as well, because they kind of was thrust in the war because they in the very first beginning of the game they did nothing. They fixed their own problems and that's about it. Without the blood plaque, they would not have to slide on in here in this joint to help Ike and the rest of the other cast of characters. Let's be honest, they was kind of thrust in it because of the blood pack. It was like a plot. Many people say a plot hole. I don't think so. Like not a plot device. I think it was just a matter of fact they need to get these the have where the like the Dawn Brigade, yeah, the Dawn Brigade to join the battle fray because these are like new characters. These are characters they join the conflict. Micaiah have more reason instead of join the Blood Pack. It was just more like she had related to the goddess Yune. Then she's more like she can help the medallion too as well. She was the only character to actually do that. It was like they was storing in the battlefield because they was forced to do it because of their own blood pack. Because the prince was he didn't know, so he foolishly naivete. He have like that man who I forgot that man dude name. The one who be nasty with the ghouls and all that. So he just make him. Well, he didn't read the paper, so you can't falsely accuse. The mother should have said something before they killed the boy. Either way, either or. It's like choices really don't matter. If Micaiah killed him, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He used somebody else. If Micaiah killed him, he's dead. It was like the reason why they tried to do that so they could get off the blood pad, but it didn't work. It's more like add more mess into a problem than it already should. I don't think it's not a plot device. It was just there for like the characters need to actually do something because the greater threat is about to coming. So they had no choice but to put these characters in the forefront in the battlefield. See, people don't think like that. Like, if you sit back and pay attention to writing standpoint, then you understand why every character have their own merits to join the story. They're what they bring to the table. Because these characters are gonna meet each other anyway, though, when they go to the midway point or maybe in the end, depending if they be late to the party or they join the midway. That's it. In the beginning, we spend time with the Dawn Brigade and all that. I understand the units kind of suck besides the Sun Dome. Micaiah, I wish they would have, make her a little stronger because she was kind of fragile, weak. Game's hard, and then be tedious. It'd be unfair at times if you don't know what the hell you're doing. So, that's what I had to say about Radiant Dawn. They have many more good points in this story. I actually really did enjoy this. Like the Tellia series. I give it an S tier. And the gameplay is fun too as well. But, you're going to have some weak units and all that. So moving on with the remake for China. Alright, I'm going to give it to the C tier. Of the remake? It's not bad. It's just a remake of the original Fire Emblem. But it was okay. I'm not gonna be that type of person that everybody say the graphics. Okay, like we get it. You don't have to, shove it down the throat. There's some people out there really did enjoy it, even besides the animation. And you gotta look at the 3DS hardware implementation. And they could go back to the GBA era and do it that way, but we gotta look at the hardware. They could have done it with Pokemon Black and White, with their animation and upgrade it with it and slide on in there if they choose to do so, but they want to do something more with Fire Emblem to do 3D software to increase their, animation skills. So, not a bad game. It's just a simple plot point. Go ahead, handle the Shadow Dragon, like the Fell Dragon. That's about it. It's like the hero of the journey of Marth. Just the Hero King. You don't get support conversation in this game. You should like to understand these characters. In the very first Fire Emblem, it's mainly focused on the story and the outcome, and that's about it. And then you gotta enjoy these characters on the battlefield when they interact. Support conversation. Well, you gotta look at it. The creator of the series didn't thought it as much as they should with these characters. He was just pick it up and go, try to make a good game. The original creator of Fire Emblem, who started it all before he exiled of his series because Nintendo did him dirty. So, New Mystery of the Emblem, I did play it, but I never finished it because I think I did finish it because I think it kind of got it wrong. I was back then when this game where people just had to get the fan translation, but however they kind of got it right until I see Japanese text and I can't even hardly read it. I'm not very good with the assumption. That's why I stopped playing. But they probably got better as it went later on down the road. Or matter of fact, I did find it, don't get me wrong, but it took me a long time to find it. But I did watch walkthroughs of it. That's about it. Awakening. That started all to revive this series back. Awakening. To me, personally, with Awakening, it is a fun game. It is easy where you get the DLC when you upgrade your units. This is a series where they help a lot, but I can't faultly blame it because this series is about to be declined because the financial with the series. They didn't make no money because the original Fire Emblems, they was there, but it was like this is the last brick of hope. And Awakening started all off. I gave it a tier. Not bad. Like there were some moments in the story where I kind of agree with certain output and disagree with certain things with it, but it's not a bad general game. I know it's not supposed to be like the gameplay is supposed to be all about strategies and all that, but it just like you cannot deny this is a series where they just go all out, don't worry about it, and then that's about it. So I can't faultly blame for that. I could maybe put it in B, maybe A, depending. It's in between. Like I really did enjoy Awakening of the series. It was fun, even if you don't do the DLC, and it'd be so easy. But it is a fun game. I could say the layout, the map design, and all that. This is simple over. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it A for now at least. Now we're going on with Fire Emblem Fates. Okay. Let's go with Conquest. Conquest? Alright. We're going to focus on gameplay. I know the stories are not... Okay, the stories are actually quite bad. But... Conquest? I did enjoy it. But I was on chapter 10 where you gotta make no units to come past through. And I stopped because... there was a lot of bullshit moments in that game. Like, it was so unfair to the point where, your unit's supposed to survive and then you stick them together and you're on low HP or you get less experience points. I feel like this game right here, you had to be extremely campy. Like, really campy. It's like, half the time you say, fuck strategy with this game. I understand they want to use Dragon Veins and all that. You're supposed to use them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just in case you want to, like, hit all units at once and make it more easier. But that depends on the circumstances of your units, the way how you play the game. Me, I play my game when it comes to, like I said, I probably over level my units because like voice of bullshit. But this game is like brutally hard, like to the point where this doesn't make sense. You gotta turn off your G. I had to turn off my GB 3DS, restart the whole damn map again. Then I had to. It's like you had to be campy with this game. But it is some fun maps here and there. I know Awakening is a fun game. No, Face is a fun game. I respect that when it comes to gameplay. But I know these are not bad games. I said the story is bad, atrocious. But we get to the story in a minute. So with these Fates, I give Conquest a C. Birthright. Birthright is not bad. This is like a player base where people begins. Like if you're new, you're welcome to the series. You know what I'm saying? Just let me introduce you to the series. Because since Awakening did so well, here you go. Let's have some more new people in. But I think I hate the matter of fact people just go hard, tear this game a new one. I understand that they want to be creative. This is what I said. This is for baby modes. You gotta look at this as extremely objective. Let the people come in, make their own assumption, let them fail and all that. If they really want to go hardcore, let them play Conquest or any other Fire Emblem game in the series they want to play as hard mode. So, Birthright, I did enjoy it. I know it's easy, don't get me wrong, but I really did enjoy it. I say, yeah, these are supposed to be like, boy, I say I give it a C minus. Not a bad one. I'm not gonna rip this series a new one, but we're gonna get to the story where I'm gonna say a lot of things about the story. A lot. Revelation, okay. Here's the thing, I never get the chance to play because I was kind of slow because I should have get this game with my unemployment money because I never expected Nintendo would shut down the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U eShop because, well, I understand we had to keep on, but they should have left it alone so they could make more money. But they know what they're doing because people gonna go back and play the old games a lot more than new ones. So they want to keep their games instead of just buying it monthly over and over again. But even though they don't barely have anything in a virtual console, depending on certain games you want to play. Fire Emblem Revelation, I cannot make my assumption because I never played it. I could have. You could say just play the emulation. Man, I don't want to stuff my computer with, more gigs, even though I only have so much gig in my computer. And you probably say, well, go buy yourself a hard drive and all that type of stuff and do it that way. I could do it. I got me a hard drive. It's just that, I gotta find the software to get to it. Revelation, I cannot say too much, but I did watch through of Birthright, Conquest, and Revelation when the game come out. I understand they made, like, if I ever have a cheap game with all three of them combined, like literally all of them combined with $80, even though that was a special edition, I wish they would have made more. I don't know why Nintendo did it twice. They should have put it all in one game, and that's about it. But now we going on with the story. Okay, the story. Bad stories because they failed execution of more of the great stuff. Because this is supposed to be like a hard, difficult situation. Your choice really matter, but choices don't really matter in any other video games if you really think about it. Because the only video games they give you hard choices, what, Heavy Rain, maybe that new game for PlayStation 4 a long time ago, where there was AI, robots, and humans had to work together. It give you a choice on that, but overall, there probably many other choice games that done it better. But with this, everybody trusts me like corny. Like I understand he slash her is naivete, but it's supposed to show Koi how brutal the world is, and his psyche supposed to evolve in the situation between the Hoshido and Nor, or you could say Revelation 2 as well. But this, it was like with Conquest Corps and the rest of the other cast, I feel like they actually were stupid because they're not questioning the decision of King Garrett because they keep on following orders of them. They didn't say father or anything. At the late in the game, they want to do something, but it's more like Coin say somebody. Okay, fine. They have to lighten the burden of courting just because he's so special. He either just kill themselves or save his ass or just many people like King Garrett is. I know how my daughter's son is. He was trying to just save them. Go ahead with his little minions and kill them off. And it's like, what's the point of doing this shit? Like, this is supposed to be moral gray characters. Why King Garrett acting like this? Even if it's supposed to be a property of lands, if you really think about it, we need more land to expand kingdom. That way we could just at first they was planning to do a peace treaty, but nah, we ain't doing that. It feels like it's not like they're hitting more gray stuff. It's like I'm evil, 2D cartoon. Let me just take it by voice instead of just. I understand what he tried to do. Like he need more land so he can just harvest his stuff. Like he need to like expand more because my kingdom would kind of die. Or you know like you say, like herbs, like habitat or something like that. They need to live a better life. That makes sense. If the Hoshido would actually help our sister. Nope. It just, how can I say this? It feels like this story is kind of pointless. Like Faces literally is pointless. Like this is supposed to be an interesting best concept for two war more gray stuff. And next thing you know, it fall flat in his face because Coin's too naivete, not well written. He's psychic supposed to evolve the things, the world around him, and how the world works. And then, give Coin hard decisions rather than try to save everybody. And not everybody cannot be saved. And Hor, Nor, and Hoshido, they just immediately just love Coin. I understand the Hoshido, they didn't see his brother for a long period of time. And there's only siblings. But it feels like, it's kind of funny though. Corey should actually immediately should know the dog stuff for Noah, and then he should have more. He slash her should have like more thick skin of brutalization. Her witnessing, people get killed and all that type of stuff. But he been sheltered his whole entire life, like literally though. I understand, they took that kidnap him, King Garrett, so they won't, find him. But also they took kidnap Zora too as well. The story is a mess. I'm not gonna lie, the story is a mess. But there's another flaw too as well. I should have mentioned with Revelation, because it was like this story came out of nowhere because of Anko. Because he's the mastermind, he manipulated everybody, like including King Garrett when they body snatching people, like they just swooping in. These are two flaws. Many people said, why is Zora didn't mention about this world? And then they said, if you mention about we disappeared, even though they never disappeared, even though they did talk about it. Another thing too as well was a lot of people say they should write a sheet of paper and that's about it. But the main thing they should have told them? The three awakening kids that actually joined Northside? The real question is why they asses are there? I understand they want to popularize awakening success to introduce these characters and all that. But all three of the awakening kings, why are they here? I understand the DLC Narcos bring them in there because, they need little sister to help. But at the exact same time, that's none of their business. That's none of their business. I understand the three Awakenings kids, they want to learn things about the outside realm to like better next time. We need to, have a better future. Let's go out here, maybe learn certain things about the outside realm, and you know, explore the unknown. But it fall flat in its face because the narcos just say, "Hey, I have problems. Soon I'm about to go crazy in a minute because my test." It's like the sad thing though about it though. Why do these dragons always have power? They be nice all of a sudden. They be peaceful, and then their power increasing, and going to mad. It's like they testosterone build up inside them, and it just let me start picking up the fight and just whoop everybody until somebody like a legendary hero had to get dragon blood or royal blood to create a or get a weapon, legendary weapon of the part of their dragon and start slicing and dicing them until that was it. Why does it always have to be stories like that about dragons? Besides, you could say Fire 07 have dragons, but mainly it was just more like humans, if you really think about it. Path of Radiance, at least you got Mad King Ashard. Radiant Dawn, you have goddesses. Sacred Stones, you literally have demons, like a Demon King, which is different. But any other Fire Emblem game, who knows, maybe Gion, the whole world, 666 don't have no dragons, who knows. But like I said, I should have watched the walkthrough and make my own story assumption. But I never finished it because, the gameplay just kind of outdated, like really outdated. But here it feels like why the fake kid did not explain Anako. As a matter of fact, they know the world of like Azora already know. I forgot the name, but why they didn't say that to them too as well, or writing the sheet of paper. As a matter of fact, like I said, why they in Fate universe. Why? They have nothing to do with this whatsoever. This has been battle between Hoshido and Noi. Their input doesn't mean they need to be invalid. If they're like I say, it's there for fan service because the people awakening this like they copycat off the mechanic of children's and all that, but they never. It feels like why are they here? Like why are they here? Like, I understand they might just help him, but later on he going to say and crazy anyway, though. That dumped the other people. You know what's kind of funny? They should have brought, the Hoshu and Nor people that the one he trusted that are skillful with knowledge, and he said, one day help them. Like, maybe Azora would actually be one of them. Like, Azora one of them, and a character who was there passed away a long time ago because in the war between Hoshido and Nor. That would make even more sense. And it's like this revelation came out of nowhere, or the DLC hardly even makes sense. I didn't even buy the DLC or fake, Fate because I was not on time to buy these game DLCs and where to get it good. But I watched the walkthrough of it. But it's like I don't want to keep dragging on over and over. But y'all get the point. Like, why are they here? Like, why are they here? Let me get off of. Like I said, generally bad games. Not bad games. They're good games when it comes to fun map design or challenging things. But I never played Revelation. I would not have much such it because I'd never get a chance to play it. I would like to buy it myself. You know what I'm saying? Just have all three games in one. But I only got Birthright and Conquest. And I never had the DLC whatsoever. Because I was like, Fire Emblem Echo, Shadow of Valencia, I say a B tier game, maybe a C tier. B, C. I'm gonna put it in B right here. But this game, I have my assumption. This is just a remake. Many people say, well, you cannot, change certain things. But it's just a remake of a game where you had to follow the source material. I understand they want to, people say improve upon it, but they probably be people, don't know how to improve upon it. They just want to follow the source material. And this is like an old second game of Fire Emblem Gaiden. With this game, I actually really did enjoy this one. It right into my tip of my tongue and I immediately just forgot about it. Because with this game, shoot, do I need to go back on it again or talk about Three Houses? Because I have something to say about this game. I just literally instantly forgot because I was on fate too damn long, as it should, to drag it on long enough. Because some people don't pay attention to certain plot points when it comes to video games, depending on it. But I'm gonna skip Echoes. Will I come back with it? Because I just forgot about it. I'm sorry, y'all. Or I might just add in this in the video. But it's a B tier game. Three Houses. Um, I enjoyed Three Houses. When the moment the game come out, I chose my house and I know which house is better. I chose the Blue Lions. I remember when everybody wanted to chose Edelgard, like the black, I think the Black Eagles, where everybody was so hyped and then actually everybody disappointed when they was joining their house, and her motivation is kind of like vague and all that. It's the way how she handled her motivation. Her motivation makes sense because she was kind of, held captive as a prisoner, and then they tried to experiment on her to see if they could do drugs, like you could say like drugs, like make her on crack or steroids, but it de-age her a lot more than it should. But I said in my head, well, for one, I wish every character just talk out their problems, but no talking. We just fight. Like, it felt like him. You could say in real life, there's no such thing as talking. I understand she wanted separate from the gods, they are toxic, but you cannot blame them because you should blame humanity and certain faults because, well, there's always going to be an evil person that will do something extremely extreme, regardless of the circumstances. I'm not going to blame the goddesses because it's like, what did the goddess have? Why humanity going after certain things? Like, people upset with power. You gotta look at it as that. It's just power. With Agar, I believe her ideology is extremely toxic. Said destroy all guards, destroy all crescents, do whatever it takes it can, and not really. It's like kind of robbing choices, or she just. I think she's just more self-centered and I think ignorant to the point where it doesn't make any sense for her. It's like she should have like, you know what? As much as I want, equal rights, you know what I'm saying? Between Crest users and humans, I should have thought why the individuals want to have the power. What is their motivation and all that type of stuff? Like understanding, like because we saw it in the story where she got tortured, she was a experiment. Majority of the people got slaughtered and killed. She been de-aging rapidly fast because of the crest in her body and the blood flow. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining the way it should explain it. Like I said, if I have a pen and a piece of paper, write this down to the point where you're like, oh, okay. But she should understand where this is not the goddess' fault. It's just humanity. The evil people in this world want power. Like, after they share their knowledge to, I forgot their name, like, the dragon, like Soulfist, and now gave them knowledge to humanity, to help them, expand their technology, to expand their intelligence, to, have a peaceful life to understand. But when that power comes to it, it depends on the person. It's like this. When people have money, people change their mind real quick if they have money or all that power in just an instant. Like that. There are some people can't actually handle power and don't go insane. It's more like how you wield it. It depends on the person. So, Edelgard fails to realize the problem is, oh, it's God problem. This is God problem. Instead of just like looking the deeper surface of meaning. Yeah, you could ask, you know what, she should ask Raven, like, well, I want to know the true story. What actually going on? Like, after you just sit there and talk to her about something, like, understand both one another. But nah, she just want to go to your extreme mile to the point where I'm not gonna say stupid, but bambocious. Like bambocious. You going to a scream girl all over just because you want to get rid of the guy because they have crests. And literally, though, those crests are supposed to bring peace. Or everybody who want to start a war, then they have no choice but to fight back. That's the only assumption. So, if they have a reaction to certain things, I understand where you're coming from. To make things balanced, you should focus on that more rather than killing all the goddesses. Let's just get rid of them because they are the problem. They are. Instead of not looking at the humans, literally the humans started that shit. Let's be honest. I'm going on one house at a time. Some of them I managed to finish it, but like I said, game through play wise, I enjoyed the gameplay of each and every single one of them. Now we're moving on to the Blue Lions. The Blue Lions. Demetrian. I enjoyed Demetrian's story when let's just say he been witnessing a lot of things happen to them. The ones who slither in the dark really did slaughter his village and he wanted revenge. I understand because he got so much trauma. Excuse me for burping. I understand where he wanted revenge because everything he lost just because of it, and I think he, I think his madness and sanity goes. He got worse and worse as the story progresses. Where I'm trying to remember certain things, scenes, but I will go back and replay this game. You could say I did finish it. Don't get me wrong, but I really did enjoy this game. Like I have a lot to say with Edelgard in the Black Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Because her ideologies don't add up because it doesn't make any sense. Like I understand where she coming from, but at the same time, you're going the stream mile way instead of just like talk to Rhea. Like maybe she did not know or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who she actually is, but. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry, technical difficulties. So, what I figured do, what was I, Edelgard? Yeah, I've been on Edelgard too damn much, but it's like this. Always trust your very first instincts on which houses you want to pick, because people automatically dislike Edelgard. All of a sudden, they do not like her. To me, I respect her, but don't like her. It just said her actions are questionable. So let me get off of Fire Emblem Three Houses because it's always had to be something. Like literally something about battling against gods. Really though, they don't really talk about humanity as a whole. Like don't get me wrong, they are like guys made mistakes at times, but not like crazy mistake. But they fault is of humanity itself and how complicated it is. I think I'm whatever. Let me move on to Fire Emblem Engage. Alright. I respect. Here's the thing. Let's talk about the gameplay much. It is the best one in the franchise series as a whole. I like the gauge. It's like a 30th anniversary of all the Fire Emblem games, the past games as a whole. Enjoy it. I really did like customizing them with certain units, even though most of the units you automatically just keep on getting over and over and over again. It's more like you don't have enough room and space to bring them in the battlefield because there's so many Lord units are so much better than the other units. But like I said, let me just go on to the pros before we go into the cons because there's a lot of questionable things we'll get to in a minute. But how can I say this? I'm gonna put it right here. See, maybe a little lower. And let me fix this because I know damn well. I know this is a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put it as C minus or whatever, but gauge. You know what? Let me put it down here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right here. I'm gonna say it. Now the gameplay as a whole is the best one in the series. Like I said before, I like these things and the features and all that type of stuff. But we gonna get on. I'm gonna get on the main flaws real quick. I hope I remember the flaws that actually in my head might just slide it in the video when I be thinking off when I finish recording of this at the end of the video and I make my conclusion. Um. All right. Story. Ain't no beat around the bush. The story is quite bad. I ain't gonna lie. It's more like Awake, Fire Emblem Face, Corn was, naivete. But this one, Alir, he's not naivete. It's more like everybody just jump on him like he's a goddess or something. Like he's special and all that. I think I hate that avatar way. I understand. I think I missed the way where I wish we never have avatars. Like, I understand the avatar's there for us to play, to, change our class, customize whatever we please. That's perfectly fine because, that's Fire Emblem, even if we don't have avatars. But I think I hate that we are special in a way to play these games. Or the characters that we play as an avatar are special, but they really ain't because they're not impacted. Robin, I can respect. Byleth, I can respect. The other ones, not so much. I don't respect. Alir said the creators here said it supposed to relate to we supposed to relate to Alir and all that. I really don't relate to him. It's like he's not making hard choice decisions or he thrusts upon it. To like every character should have a reaction of the leader. Maybe he's not a goddess. Maybe he, like question him in certain situations. And then maybe my ideology slid away because you ain't all that. Because here's the thing though. You don't place your ideology on the person because we all not perfect. We're gonna have our problems regardless. But this one, it's like they think he's perfection, but he really is not. He's not well written at all. He/her. Not well written. It's like, oh, okay, we could do this, we could do that. Everything be alright, even though his mother passed away. But, and like, really though, I don't feel shit when, I think I miss with stories. When you actually spend time with the characters a little bit more than you should, and then get a personality, like, you write it on a piece of paper, right? And then you make the come to life, like, you feel the connection, but you don't. It's like, it's not like they not writing like good conversation or make these characters more interesting, or the actors like literally have to project these characters to make them look like real people. And oh my god, it just feels like this game right here, I can't for the life of me with this story. It's like this is like a fan made game of Fire Emblem Heroes, where have you guys know to engage when you get the emblem rings with these characters and you actually really marry towards these characters instead as a whole? Like, do you ever get the weird funny feel of fan made where these emblems, they're not really like these fate awakening? Sorry, these Fire Emblem characters not in their characters when they come out in their own franchise series as a whole. Yeah, I would say lack of well-being structure, but god damn, like, could y'all? Never mind. Let me stop being mean. Let me stop because I could keep going. I know I'm stuttering. I'm trying to say as to go because this is unscripted, but at the exact same time, it's like, what happened to Fire Emblem? I know Fire Emblem have some problem with the story and questionable decision, and then you're gonna have some bullshit moment, but at least you could let it pass by because of the gameplay or a character reaction. But it feels like this is where Fire went downhill after Fates. Besides the three houses, it's okay. You know what I'm saying though? But it's like I'm sorry, I kind of all over the place because I'm trying to think what I'm gonna say because I wish I could construct this in a better professional manner. Because let me focus on one time. Let's still get on Engage because I got a lot to say with Engage. Got enough time for this. With Engage, like I said, it's like a fan made project where I know it's an anniversary, but it's like it just slapped there. Here's the game for you. Enjoy. Like these characters, even though they're not likable, they're just weird characters. Not like relatable kind of characters. Then, like I said before, with the emblem rings, it's like you married towards these characters, like fan made, like you actually love these characters. Hold on, it was the tip of my tongue again. Oh yeah, I could say the world building with the gauge emblem rings because dragon, special power obviously always had to be something like a legendary hero, like a royal bloodline or dragons. If they cannot activate the emblem rings, which kind of bullshit because the majority of the characters you have in Elios, all of them can use them emblem rings. To be honest, I don't know why they said that in the world building as a whole. Did people notice that and pay attention of that when we first got that trailer? It run dragon blood in their vein. Now, in certain, now when it comes to dragon like Alier, he can use those abilities, but not all of them. Yeah, like this is where the part I said the world building fails because they had the little multiverse of what is that big boss name with the snake dragon dude? I forgot his name. He's so irrelevant. Like he really is irrelevant. I can't take him. This is like a cartoon afternoon where every Saturday. What's next gonna happen next? Stay tuned. Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball. I mean, Fire Emblem. Not Dragon Ball Z, but like you know what I'm saying. But you just literally get the Amber Rings, lose the Amber Rings, get them again, find more Amber Rings. Then after that, get to the final one. Here comes a multiverse, and it's like you failed to construct the world building of these Amber Rings. I understand it's supposed to be like heroes. Like this is probably like a second version how they, have these heroes to summon them out, like in Fire Emblem Heroes, you know what I'm saying though? One, you can just enhance their power and then they be right next beside you. In Heroes, you can just summon them and just use them in battlefields. With this, yeah, there's a lot of things going on. The characters, there's some characters I actually like in this one. But everybody get on the character design, I would kind of agree with this one. This is supposed to be Fire Emblem. These characters supposed to fight. Like they supposed to have armor and stuff. Like they actually meant to fight. But most of them, it's like a tea party. Like it's a play. Splash of colors of rainbows. But Fire Emblem supposed to be like Moyle Gray stuff. Well, that depends on some of the Fire Emblem games, like Fates, or you could say, oh, well, maybe Sacred Stones. Probably. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is a series where I'm trying to say what I had to say, but it's like I could say this. I miss Fire Emblem where it used to be compelling story, good characters, and like great gameplay overall. But this is like the weird one, the franchise. Yeah, I could get on the DLC, but I didn't play the DLC. I just finished the main story, but the DLC I just kind of got off of it because I feel like certain units are really weak and like the fall extra law part. I feel like majority of the units are pathetic and weak, and I feel like you had no choice but to play them by force instead of just get an option. I don't want to play these. I want to play my other units. What the hell? Then immediately I just stopped playing after that. Like I can play as a fun gameplay, but overall I don't feel like I want to turn off my brain off because only just the gameplay. You just play the gameplay and turn my brain off and enjoyed the story of Fire Emblem Engage. But Engage is not a good story. It's one of those terrible stories. Like it's so bad, like so bad, really really bad. And then most of these characters feels like they're not living in the world that they actually are living in because of lack of world building and structure. Yeah, there's things I probably forget, but let me get off of it. Alright, I know this is a mobile game, like a gotcha game, but I'm sliding on here because you know this is a Fire Emblem. Um, C tier. Because I stopped playing it because the moment where I keep on losing my units every single time we try to log in, all of a sudden it'd be error. I'll say, you know what? I'm not playing this game anymore. Next. Now we got these. I never played it, to be honest. And the reason why I never played because when Fire Emblem Warriors started off like a hexing slash game when it came out around 2014 or 2015, that's when, you know, the fear series started popping up like skyrocketing these characters. I expect we have the OG Marv, you got some Awakening characters, you got some fake characters. Well, after that, it's like I thought they're gonna add like Ike, Roy, Ephraim, Erica, all the characters that you know in the past Fire Emblem game, all the something. They're not in this game. You only have Lynn, Seneca, who else? I know there's still more, but I expect like the main Fire Emblem characters, and sometimes maybe the support characters should, you know, join the fray, get them interaction of these characters. You know what I'm saying? But no, you just focus on the popular ones. Like these are the like the mainstream ones that people enjoy. But we gotta look at it as Fire Emblem, as a hardcore Fire Emblem fans. We had to look at it as there was less people with Fire fan. And when the anime community starts sliding in, they see these anime. Oh, cool! They have more millions of anime fans, and we just like a small little pebble because us we enjoy good Fire Emblem with like a good cup of tea or any other beverage that you enjoy. But all of a sudden they come in. Now some of them they did accept some of these Fire Emblem games. Like this is like good Fire Emblem series as a whole. But after that, it was just like with Warriors, we should give all the characters a shine. Yeah, and it'd be a bad reputation. Like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, this character and all that type of stuff. You know, and then Super Smash Brothers and all that. They help out to expand Fire Emblem, but just a little bit more, and then play these games again. But after that, oh yeah, if Shout Dragon of Venetia, I would say this. It didn't sell much as should of I'm sorry, I'm going back on Warriors, but I remember what I had to say with Shadow Dragon Philadelphia. Thank you, God. Um, we're not gonna get another remake after Fire Emblem Echoes, and the main reason why we ain't getting that because it is so much as it should, because this more like the new Fire Emblem. We need the new Fire Emblem, like the weeaboos and all that type of stuff. Many people was talking about, oh, we should have Genala Horror War, like the fourth remake, or GBA and all that. Newsflash, majority of the people they'll want to play those type of games because they want it. If they don't have anime with, you know, oh, just ass and titties, you know what I'm saying? Like naked skin and all that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just more like we're not gonna get a real Fire Emblem game because these past Fire Emblem games, we're not gonna get no remake. Maybe I could be wrong later in the future. They did, I will buy it. But other than that, we're not getting none of the remakes. Period. We're just gonna keep on going through. That's it. Sorry that many people bust their people, but enjoy your fantasy, and that's about it. Just enjoy your fantasy. Who knows? Maybe later on I'll be wrong down the line, but I believe deep down, after we get the remake of Shadow Echo of Valencia, not many people did not enjoy it, or not many people did not buy it as much as it should. To like, hey, these new fans coming in, maybe we need to introduce them to, our old games, like the past Fire Emblem game. Maybe they make a subject, but no, they never did. And many people, one dude said in the reviews, said, oh, after the end of the 3DS era, they had no choice but to slide in there. When the Nintendo Switch come in, and Legend of Zelda, of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Nintendo Switch started coming in. But I said, to be honest, I hate to bust the bubble. It ain't about that. It just at the 3DS, those consoles finna about to come out next year. I believe Fire Emblem Echoes came around 2016. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Because I think maybe I'm wrong out of the day. Maybe 2017 they stopped. But those games right there, you have to wait an extra year or another month. They have enough time to play Fire Emblem Echo. There are many people playing the 3DS. There was. Before they start making 3DS games. That's about it. So that's like invalid. Now we're going back to Warriors for Fire Emblem. Now, I say my assumptions. I say I'm never gonna play it, never gonna touch it. Maybe I could buy it as a collection or something because I won't make a mistake. Last time, what happened to majority of the DLC, I didn't get Echo DLC. I didn't get Fates and all of them. I never did got 3 houses. I should get the DLC for 3 houses because never again. Not gonna make that stick. Never again. 3 warriors. No, Fire Emblem Warriors. I expect more from it. Like this is supposed to be like a Avenger type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Just bring back like Roy, Ike, Micaiah. You know, like I said, Efra, Erica. They have Celica, but I would add Arm to the mix. I would have Elwood, Lynn, and Hector. The characters that you actually know, like Sigurd or his son, joining in the fray. Just instead of just have so much conquest like the Northern people and Hoshido people with so many characters. Like, this is where I'm saying, you know what? They're just saying. I know they target was the people who came and knew instead, rather than they ever get the chance to with each series. Fire Emblem Warriors. I didn't play it. I cannot make my assumption. I'm sorry. I never should have had this F tier because the reason why I thought I had this F tier because that was supposed to be Chris's story, but you gotta hold it as the whole gameplay. I know the story outweigh the gameplay because the story just baffled me. Like, oh my god, like, but I hope you guys enjoy. But I will get my conclusion sliding into my video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a blessed day. Until then, bye.